Earth is nearly shaped like a sphere. A sphere has no particular orientation. This is a valid representation of our planet, so is this one, but you are likely more familiar with this representation. The reason for this is that Earth rotates around its axis, like a spinning top, and like for a spinning top, the axis of rotation defines the vertical axis. We have an up and a down. The axis of rotation also defines 2 points on the surface of the sphere, the North Pole, assigned to the up position, and the South Pole, assigned to the down position. We can now define the equator as an imaginary line around the Earth, perpendicular to the axis of rotation, dividing the sphere into 2 equal parts. The equator being a circle, it can be divided into 360 degrees. If we could assign a specific 0 position on the equator, we could determine how many degrees separate any other position on the equator from this 0 position. But to be useful in determining any position on the surface of the Earth, we also need a way to measure the distance in degrees separating our position from the equator on a vertical line toward the poles. The answer to this problem was the prime meridian, an imaginary line on the surface of the Earth, drawn from one pole to the other. The prime meridian cuts the equator in the Atlantic Ocean, south of Ghana, Africa. This is the 0.4 both east-west displacement longitude and south-north displacement latitude. Let's make the Earth transparent. The green and blue lines intersect at 0 degrees of latitude and 0 degree of longitude. Moving west from this point, we go from 0 to 180 degrees west of longitude, until we reach the other side of the Earth. This is the maximum longitude west. To reach the other side of the Earth, we start again at our 0 point and move from 0 to 180 degrees of longitude east. Note that 180 degrees of longitude east is the same as 180 degrees of longitude west. In the case of latitude, we start at the equator and reach 90 degrees of latitude north at the North Pole. For the southern hemisphere, we go from 0 at the equator to 90 degrees of latitude south at the South Pole. Earth is often depicted with a grid of lines covering the whole globe. Lines that are parallel to the equator are called parallels. These lines are helpful in determining the latitude at any point. Here we have shown a parallel for each 5 degrees of latitude. All points on any particular parallel have the same latitude. This latitude is the same as for the point of intersection of the parallel with the prime meridian. Miami, Florida, is located at approximately 25 degrees of latitude north. Lines that are going from one pole to the other, and are perpendicular to the equator, are called meridians. These lines are helpful in determining the longitude at any point. Here we have shown a meridian for each 10 degrees of longitude. All points on any particular meridian have the same longitude. This longitude is the same as for the point of intersection of the meridian with the equator. Miami, Florida, is located at approximately 80 degrees of longitude west.